So today, I I had already completed this project as far as functionality. Yesterday, I needed to switch these little pigtails. They are the little bulb wires for these headlights for my Yamaha Warrior project with the 80s ones. Now, I've already done that here, and so you're kind of seeing the end from the beginning, so I'll have to show the footage of me doing that and exactly what it entails. It's actually really easy because the bulb, the little socket on the back is just the same. And because the option was to cut and solder. I didn't like that because then I would ruin, well, they're not ruin, but change things. And so it occurred to me that these things were probably the same. And sure enough, they were. So I'll show you that. I'll take these back apart again because they are put together, but the paint's all gross and nasty. I'm going to try to clean that up and stuff, see if I can get that to come off of there. The original color is below, this gray, and it shouldn't be spray paint black. I don't like that. So we're going to see if we can do something about that. And maybe I'll try to clean this up a little bit. I'm going to try to bend this steel back. Hello, Brandon.
Wait.
So we'll do that now.
Why don't we?
I said before, this pigtail, because I already switched it, this pigtail is actually the pigtail from the 94 harness. These bulbs are special. They've got a ground and then two other leads, so there's 3 wires on these bulbs, and that's because they are in one bulb, running lights and brights. So, or there's high-low setting. Anyway, so this pigtail was actually on this bulb. So they both just turn off. There we go. Bulbs are the same. You can see 2 pins on each one. So here's the one from the 1987 model, and here's one from the 94 model. The headlights look really different too, so I didn't want to use the 80s one. They look kind of ugly, and I don't have the mounting points on the 94 body. Now this one's got a broken grill. I can see if I can fix that with something else, maybe replace it with something. Maybe make some out of steel or something. I don't know. I'm not worried about that right now. But these are a little dirty, and I kind of wanted to clean them up. And I was just kind of happy with the way it turned out. So this cup here, this one was on this. I kind of bent the rubber back. The boot does fit better, but I don't really care about that too much. Anyway, they are the same plug and everything. So I was able to take the old plug because they used this kind of push connector, this little plastic guy on the old one, and they used these little barrel connectors. I don't really know what you call these, but they use these on the newer one, which is kind of weird. But because I'm running that older harness, I needed this. And the option that we had thought before was to cut these and then solder the appropriate connections on so they'd be in the right spot. But then I was like, that's dumb. Why wouldn't I just unplug it? Because that's how light bulbs work. Every socket it has the plug on the other end and then the thing that actually connects to the light bulb. And so I was able to just kind of shove this guy on there, just like this. Okay, so like this. Boop. And there it is. And then I was able to feed through here. Feed this plug through this very large opening in the back, which is what it was meant for with the little wires. Now, the only thing that this doesn't go perfectly with is that the wire, or the headlight hoop, it's got this little hole, and these wires were actually pushed through here, and they went back into the wire harness below. And I was like, well, I could take a file or a Dremel and try to open that hole up a little bit. But then I realized that that doesn't matter, whether it's, a centimeter over or not, or at least it shouldn't. I haven't actually tested it, but I'm just the plan is to just run the wires on the outside and then tuck them into the body. So they won't be through this, because I don't want to modify anything. I just want to use what we've got, shove this guy in there, and make it work like that. Anyway, what I need to do now is see if I can straighten this out, because I don't think it's supposed to be bent, though it's almost kind of a uniform bend. So you can see it's not exactly flat. I think it's supposed to be flat. I can look that up though. So I'm going to try to devise a way. I might just stick it in my vise over here and bend it back, because that'll be nice and soft and it should hold it pretty well. So I scrubbed some of this stuff off, try to get them kind of clean, but then it occurred to me that we got a pressure washer, and no, I don't, but I have one. I have access to one, so I think I'll get the rest of the paint off of these guys with that, because scrubbing it's not that bad, but the pressure washer will just make it go so much faster. So I'll just wait for that. And those are on the outside anyway, so it'll be okay. But this one, you can kind of see, like, I think I've got it. Let's see. I think I've got it pretty straight. I mean, it's got a bend in the middle, but it's consistent on both sides, and that's okay. I did notice that this whole wing was down. This one's a little more straight, so I might try to bend that back a little bit. But I don't want to go too far, because I don't hate right now where it is. Sometimes if you work on stuff, sometimes you have a hard time not making it worse. So let's stick that back in the vise here, and I'll see if I can't bend it back. Looks like I know the bottom plate is bent. Well, I don't know if I have, well, I might be able to hit it with let's hit it. Nice. That's nice. All right, so that's kind of it for a second. I gotta wait for that to dry so I can flip it. It'll give it a few minutes, 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes. Hopefully I can keep the 3-year-old away from it. I don't want him touching it, but he's a toucher. He touches everything. I should go and try to clean off some of the dirt off these guys. I feel like the black plastic is kind of ruined. I wonder if I can buy some new ones. They're pretty cracked up. We'll try to clean them off anyway. Maybe I can take it apart and get it cleaned up a little bit. So that worked out really well. Scrubbed off the dirt from the little covers. I didn't realize how important they were. The steel on the inside is what actually holds the thing, and then the plastic on the outside kind of just gives it a little bit of a cool effect. But the steel one, we want to keep that safe. And then I'm really happy with these bulbs, the housings, the glass housings. They came out really well. I didn't realize it was just dirt on there. They're shiny. So I'll just let them dry because I did fill the lights with water to kind of get anything out of the inside. I don't want to get the water on a bulb and then let that heat up and then break the bulb. That'd be bad. So I'll let those kind of sit overturned like this while we wait for that other thing to dry, the ring. And then after that we'll reassemble everything. Wish I could get that paint off. I guess I could still try. It's just, I think I heard about a product that you actually spray on and it eats the paint and leaves the plastic. I heard that Napa has that, so I'll probably go and get some of that. But I'm really happy with this. It's pretty cool. So now let's just let the insides dry out, and then I'll reassemble.